Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are playing Hell Architect. We are
Satan himself.
Oh, I don't know what happened there, but yes, we're just stepping in, right? We're just, we're gonna be building some nice places, some nice little lovely homes for all the wonderful denizens of Hell itself. Today, let's start off in the scenarios. I've done the prologue because I've gone and tested the tutorial just so I can see how everything worked. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into issue with the lights. So let's get jumping into that, shall we? So here we are in hell with the denizens, the sinners, the horrible. I mean, they don't look too bad, do they? Harry, Eve, Matthew, and Willow. Right, you lovely lot. So we have a big problem. Our lights. That, they're too close to the beds. And one thing that we need to do and make sure is that these guys are enjoying their time in hell. Yeah, I know that sounds weird. I know. Don't worry, I'll get to it. Basically, to torture people, you do the regular thing, right? You just put them in the torture room, you go, oh, go over there, get sad, be upset for a bit, right? And what that does, I'll pause it for 2 seconds. It will slowly destroy their needs, okay? And the thing is that although their needs get destroyed and they feel unhappy and sad and suffering, they will get bored. They will be so manly and crazy that they'll start to enjoy it. I mean, they won't really enjoy it. They'll just yeah. He'll just be like, I'm not suffering as much as I was before. This is very boring to me. Please, if you could perhaps make me suffer more. So what you'll do is you'll give them food and everything else. But for now, what we should be doing is digging out this big old set of rocks, get all some dirt, get some crafting materials. I mean, maybe this guy can come out for a bit too. I was only using you as like a demonstration, so to speak. And what we need to be doing is these lights, they're just too bright for these poor little guys in their beds, so we need to get rid of them. That's what we need to do. So this game is just been released. I was given a key for free. Big thank you to the developers of the game. However, it does seem like there is a couple early day kind of just started game bugs. So if you see any weird jump cutty things, that is because I'm saving and loading and saving and loading and kind of fixing those situations if they come along. I have actually jumped into it twice now, but we should be okay. All right, so we can speed this up a little bit. Let's get these guys to dig a bit more. And what we're going to be doing is we are going to be deconstructing each one of these lights, because as you can see, they're flickery, they're problem. They're not working correctly. We're going to set these to a lower priority, set them to 4, everything else here is 5. And what we are going to be doing is building some ladders just kind of close by so they can do me the wonderful service of deconstructing these lights. Hopefully it won't take them too long, they won't get too bugged, and they won't be too horrible. As you can see here, a little bug happens every now and then. I will be right back. So we are back. I honestly don't know what happens and how that bug causes itself. I've gone and checked around and a couple other people don't seem to have this problem, so it might just be me. So maybe I'll just play entirely in one mode and maybe that will fix it. It could be like this whole yellow situation here too. Right, so we need to build some new torches. As well as that, we should build some skulls for the sinners. What I'm actually going to do is deconstruct these beds. And the reason I'm going to deconstruct these beds is because I want to move them slightly more away into the darkness here. And that way we can, set up the lights in such a nice way that it's not going to bother them too much. As well as that, we need to build something nice for them, a nice little skull pile. I think that is in fact in decorations. You can see here it gives some dreadful scenery, and we require some suffering for it too. So what we will need to do is get one of the guys in the Iron Maiden. We have some food and everything else. And as you can see, this is a flesh farm. It's making some delicious slop, I believe. And then some things that we also have here. Part of that is the scenery and the light sources that we have. So let us now, I believe we have the ability to make some new torches. So let's just do that. Set them up as kind of how we had them before. I'm actually just going to put them on top of each light here. This one suggests it has nothing that we can put next to it, but that's okay, because I was going to build one of these anyway. And we can just kind of have a little watch as these guys go along. Willow, How are you doing? You are extremely good at digging. As you can see, each one of these have their own skills. A lot of them seem to be good at digging or cooking right now. And a lot of their sins just seem to be that they're just very proud. They're all very proud people. Right. Anyway, as I suggested...
Master,
oh, hello.
I'm afraid the torches aren't the problem. It's gotten even worse.
What do you mean?
By the fiery balls of Asmodeus, look who's back. Mr. Frank.
Oh, not Mr. Frank. So Mr. Frank, he's a wonderful guy that taught me the tutorial. And he's a bit of a butt.
I sneak out of the meeting to see how it's going, and it's not going at all.
Yeah,
Not that I'm surprised.
I made the torches, but they seem to keep flickering anyway. I'm sorry.
Get to work, slave. With the world above ravaged by pandemic, sinners abound, and more are on the way. Lucifer has issued we need more sinners and more suffering ASAP.
Oh, okay.
Here's my access card. Go wild and build something nice.
Don't worry, my liege.
Lovely.
We'll work this out somehow. Usually, to do high-level buildings,
Anyway,
you have to
I'm going to ignore you now because I want to do my own thing. And one thing I need to do is make some people some wonderful paper boxes to sleep in. And we'll make all 4 for them.
Mr. Frank's access card, we can bypass that step.
So normally what we'd have to do...
I'll go get help for the light.
Yeah, normally what we'd have to do is we'd have to research a lot of things, but it looks like they've been kind of nice enough to just give us some other things so we can get all the torturing done easy peasy. I'm going to remove all of these. I'm probably going to actually dig out this way so we can get the torture devices over here because we don't want them in the same area where they'll be sleeping. They want us to build loud music, a furnace. I've actually scaled the UI slightly too big. There we go. Beautiful. So that's what we will do. We will build a loud music, we will build a furnace, and we will gather some suffering. So... here is a loud music. That requires suffering for that to do. And furnace also requires suffering. So we will, in fact, need to bring someone in here. Now, these have traits. And what we need to do is make sure that people with the correct traits go in them. So unfortunately for you, Eve, I believe, haha, you're going in here. Have fun. We need your suffering, your wonderful, delicious suffering, so we can get more things to be built. And we can see here that a lot of these people are just trying to dig their way through. So she's going to give us suffering slowly but surely so we can build the other things that we need. I want to see how much does the skull pile require. It also requires a pretty decent amount of suffering. So I think what we could do is possibly make another Iron Maiden or 2. Do we not have the resources for that just yet? Oh, we need more metal, I believe. And we can set these guys up to suffer a bit more for us, and I think that'd be perfect. Maybe one thing that I do want to check on is making sure that they have food and water. Okay, so we have the flesh farm. They don't have a kitchen or anything else, so we should probably get sorted on a little cauldron and then give them a trough as well. And that way we can make them some, I believe... it is called smelly gloop. Yeah. You can see here that now we have made these areas. If I click on this, you can see that I can upgrade it. No, I can't upgrade it just yet, but we can add sinners to it. So we want someone that's good at cooking. Looks like Harry is good at cooking. Congratulations, Harry. You are now my cook. And then for this side of things, we'll also need someone else. Luckily, we have some more sinners coming soon. So we can do something with that, I believe. We have... I mean, that makes smelly gloop as well. What does this do? It also makes smelly gloop. Oh, it uses 10 smelly gloop for production and fills up the sinners' stomachs. All right, so let's wait a couple more seconds here. Ah! Here we go. Our brand new sinner has arrived. She's already running away to dig for us. Her name is Bay, or Bai. I don't really know how I want to say that, but it doesn't matter. You are now going to be doing the cooking for me. Thank you very much. And I think the final thing that we can do is they have beds over here. They're suffering. They have a little bit of food to eat. The last thing we need to do is make sure that these poor little lost souls can, in fact, you know, relieve themselves. So let's make a simple latrine directly near the food. This is hell after all. We don't want to make it too nice for them. I love how she just stopped cooking just so she could make this. And then if we wanted to, we could in fact give them drinking water. And what we would do is the production is the latrines. They take that disgusting poop water, squeeze it into something, and then turn it into delicious, disgusting water. We actually need a bit more metal, so I think what we'll do is we'll dig a bit more. I'm just going to keep digging directly to the left for now. I don't really want to dig out the floor too much, so we're just going to ignore that. And I know we have some simple objectives to get, but this should be fine. How you doing in there, Eve? You feeling okay? How are your needs met? Everything seems a little bit bad. I mean, looks like you peed yourself. You need some rest. You need a drink. You need some food. You're all right. Willow cannot get to the path to fill in. Oh, that's fine. She's just digging. She's just stuck behind some rocks. She's okay. All right, and I believe now we have what we have in place to make the... Do we not? Oh, it's the metal still. So let's just speed that up, and I will see you in a second. So we are back. We finally have enough for the bucket. Of course, we need to put people on here, and we can get them set up to do that. That's perfectly okay. That means they can make food. They can do what they want. I'm going to switch this guy around for a bit. What we have had, as you can see, these people looking at their daily sins, looking at the newspapers. We'll get some excrements from it, and from that we will get some dirty water, which, you know, they deserve. Perfect. So we now have set up the simple things that they need for both food and water, as well as rest. And we should probably just get onto the suffering. So let us find another guy with a blood trait. Hello, this person here. Bay, I think you literally just arrived. So sorry, but not sorry. You need to go over here and start suffering. So we're at 278 suffering now. We have a lot of suffering here. We just need a little bit more to gather the correct amount that we want here. But I'm actually going to make them the skull pile first. I think that if we give them some scenery, who knows, it might be nice. So let us dig out this area here, and then what we'll do is we'll rejig it with some platforms, and this will give us basically all the metal and coal I think we're going to need for a while. And here we are, just about to hit the 300 suffering mark. Beautiful stuff. All right. You, however, could just continue to be tortured, right? I don't even care. Just stay there. Oh, I like how Eve, she took a little bit of a break. She's like a little bit bored, having a bit of a bad time there, and went, do you know what I'll do? I'll just go have a drink, just go have some food, have my dirty poop water, have my smelly gloop, and finish. And then I'll go right back into it. All right, so we just need this metal really, and then we can make this skull pile. Decorations. Okay, and here we go. A pile of skulls. Beautiful. Let's just lob it right here. Whoever will get around to making it will get around to making it. And then what we'll do as well is just to make sure that people don't get too stuck. I think we can actually just build dirt. Yeah, we can just build the dirt back. Beautiful. And we'll do that in a little bit, and we'll give them basically all of their floor back. We could, of course, turn it into platforms, but this is hell after all. We don't really want to do that too much. I'm going to cancel these two off. And once these two are dug, they can move out of the way. Right, cool. So we have all this suffering now. And I think we've now made the skull pile over here. If we take a quick look in the decorations tab, we can see that this now has an aura. Which means plus 30% of suffering from tortures, but sinners' fatigue is dropping faster by 10%. So it doesn't really do anything in the skulls. I think technically we should probably deconstruct that and then move it over to this whole torture area. They will get tired quicker, but it's not too bad because we'll get more out of it. So let's do that now. Let's build the skulls right here, and then from this... we have the suffering. Let's go build ourselves some torture devices, right? Let's go get ourselves the loud music. We need metal for that one. And for the furnace, we don't need anything. So let's get that sorted. And we can dig up here and grab the metal. I believe we can dig up there. If we can't, we'll have to make a... What we'll do is we'll quickly make some ladders. And then they can just dig out that. So here we now have the skull pile in its wonderful location. If we were to press the decorations tab now, we can see, in fact, that this does give us 30% suffering, as well as this over here gives us 30% suffering. So it's gonna give way more suffering, but they are gonna get tired quicker. However, that's fine. They can take the really long walk all the way over here to the beds in the middle of the little cramped dark section that they have. Sure, we have areas that have no resources, but hey, when they want to drink, they'll just have to poop. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to get rid of all this metal. We're going to get enough. I believe we actually already have enough to make the loud music. So we need a bit more suffering. We're almost there too, though, so it's fine. We just need a bit more metal, a bit more suffering, and we are good to go. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to set up these to be higher priority. And then I'm going to lob some dirt. I don't know if I can just lob dirt like right there, but hey, if we can, we can. And that would be great. Put it right here, and then maybe they can carry on. So I don't know why, but we're having a little bit of an issue digging up here, but that's okay because we've got some metal down here, so we'll just make the we'll get the metal cut down here. Normally this would happen fine, and I could just dig this out. They'd fall down, or they'd ignore this bottom floor, but hey, like I said, the game's just come out. It's gonna bound to every now and then have some problems with it, but that's okay. So we now have enough for that, but we need some more coal. We shall dig out this bit of coal here too. Thank you so much, Seamus. Seamus? I appreciate your assistance in this getting ready to suffer, right? So let us now build the loud music here. And maybe you can be the first one to deal with it. So we definitely need some more we need some more suffering. Looks like we have Eve filling up her fill. We've had some people sleeping. Now, what are these? This one requires no traits. This one requires fire. We don't have anyone that cares about fire. We do have someone that doesn't like to be claustrophobic. But these are both blood traits. So, Seamus, I'm very sorry, but you're now going in here. Just because I want to see what it's like. Ah, this is torture in the best ways. He does not enjoy the loud music. This is just me every single day whilst I'm at home with my headphones on. But you know, you are having to listen to, what is that, Justin Bieber? His music might be not too amazing, to be fair. We'll just leave him to it, shall we? Right, so what we need to do now is gather our suffering, and we should be okay. We have had a couple sinners come in. So far we have Willow, Seamus, Matthew, Harry, Eve, and Bay. A lot of people are kind of happily getting their food and dealing with all that torture and pain that they have to deal with. And they're doing pretty good at it. We got two people just kind of hanging out. You want some drinks? Well, you know, I'll tell you what. I'll get her to press the button. And you'll be fine, yeah? So there we go. Now we've got some water. Everyone can drink your wonderful dirty water. Don't ask me where it comes from. I won't tell you. How you doing over there, buddy? You dealing fine yet? Giving us some lovely suffering? Yeah. The big Britney Speed. I can't even read what that says, but okay. I'm kind of interested what the furnace is like. Can we just take you and put you in the furnace instead? I just want to, you know... You could be my little test dummy today. Sorry, Seamus. Oh, that's not good at all. I think it's a little bit hot in there. Oh well. You clearly deserve it. Right, so we're almost at the point now that we've got our 300 suffering. We have built our music. We've built our other things. They have their beds. Go make the food. If you want resources, you can make the food yourself. That's what you can do. I mean, sure, I reckon I should have some sort of, like, hellish servants, but hey, if I don't, I don't. Right, so some time has now passed. We have plenty of suffering, and we now have been told that the reason all this fire has happened is because there is a fuse all the way up here that we have to dig out and switch by and do all some other stuff. However, for now, that is it from me. If you did enjoy, let me know. If you want more of this, let me know in the comments below. till then, I will see you next time. Goodbye. Once again, thank you Mr. Hopp and Bubbles for being my patrons. If you did enjoy, let me know. I had a lot of fun playing this game. It was a little bit buggy, but hey, you know, early games always happens. Thank you so much. Have a good one, yeah? Bye.